62, and I'm going to go to the watch page right now. Godfather Griz is right behind us, and we're going to be seeing him in all of the Godfather's glory in just a few seconds. Godfather, talk to me. How you doing?
Hey, good evening, Zenny62 and all your supporters. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And hey, your supporters and my supporters, all one family. Let's click on View on Watch page. There we go. And that's good. We got that. We're set. And just want to check the live control room for the stream. Hey, Rick, how you doing? Live control room is good. Make sure there's, do I need to do any editing really quick? And hey, Barry Lee, how are you? The no editing needs to be done here. And none. Okay, cool. All right, so go back to the watch page and then click over in here, give it a thumbs up. You click over here and there he is, the Godfather. How you doing, man? Awesome.
Not bad for beginners. Griz Oakland, Sunday specials in the air.
That's awesome. And Barry Lee, would you do the honors and tweet out? This time I've got the iPad too as well. I'm going to do the same. So Godfather, Oakland A's, auction. What's going on? You're a busy man. Talk to us, man. What's happening?
Just since the last week on your show, and thank you once again, Zenny62, for allowing us this platform to have us spread our gospel worldwide. Since last week, there's been a lot of breakthroughs. We created what's called the Forever Oakland Zenny62 silent auction, where a lot of our supporters are going to start donating items that we're going to have people bid on for the next 4 weeks as we do this month-long promo through Zenny62. And at the end of the promo, the highest bidder will be able to buy this item and make that contribution toward our GoFundMe.com/We Stand With Oakland fund. So this is all part of the process of the Forever Oakland movement. This is all part of the process of this new leg movement. So Zenny and I are excited for our supporters that are stepping up. We want to give a thumbs up to Richard Hake, photography. He's donating the services that Zenny will show a picture in just a little bit. We want to thank Joseph Torillo from San Leandro, who's donating a Super Bowl signed football by Cliff Branch, bidding at $200 starting bid. And we want to thank 66 Mobster, Forever Oakland member, and Northwest Raider Chris Layton for the T-shirt that Bill Romanowski signed. The bid starts at $50. So for all of our supporters, if you want to help our cause, please donate an item or start making bids on these items through Zenny62 in honor of Forever Oakland. And at the end of our promo, the highest bidder will be able to get that item by making that contribution to our GoFundMe.com/We Stand With Oakland. GoFundMe.com, We Stand With Oakland. So that's what's going on with the silent auctions, Zenny.
Whoa. So you've got the silent auction going, and you've got this amazing partnership with the A's. Talk about that again, please.
Did you say the Oakland A's?
I said the Oakland A's. I said, not only did I say the Oakland A's, I said the Athletics, the Oakland Athletics. Not only did I say the Oakland Athletics,
nice.
I said the Oakland Athletics at Rickey Henderson Field, which is also known as the Coliseum. Right. So yes, I did say all of that and more. Your platform.
So basically, our Oakland A's, led by Oakland A's president David Cavill, has started a new work relationship with the Forever Oakland movement. And what the Oakland A's Forever Oakland has done is we created a 5-game promo in which if you go to athletics.com/fundraising, athletics.com/fundraising, and you scroll down to the bottom of that page, there's 5 games you could choose from in which you choose a link, and whatever game you go to, there is a code you put in called Direct Help. It's our coupon code the Oakland A's created to help us raise funds in supporting pro Oakland sports in Oakland in lieu of everything we're doing. So this is a first of a kind, huge, momentous theme that reached the national media, the local media, David Cavill, the Oakland A's, and Major League Baseball are excited to get behind what we're doing. And so we're going to encourage people with the flyers that Zenny's going to show in just a little bit on how you can purchase game day tickets to 5 different games of our Oakland A's. And if you enter in our coupon code, Direct Help, 50% of all ticket sales goes toward our GoFundMe.com/We Stand With Oakland. GoFundMe.com/We Stand With Oakland Fund. This is phenomenal. Just within a week, we've had major breakthroughs. People are excited. People are supporting us. We're getting media jumping in. Even our local politicians are excited. So right now, things are looking good in Oakland. That's why we say, breathe, Oakland. Something special is in the air.
As they say, the joint is jumping, right? Hey, so for my viewers who are new to this, tell my viewers how all this started and what Forever Oakland's all about in the 66 mob. I know we've done it before, but we always get new viewers chiming in. I'm watching the count go up as you talk. So, yeah.
Sure. So basically, the 66 mob is a grassroots tailgate that started in 1999. 66 comes from the street 66th Avenue. That is directly across the street from the 66th Avenue gate to the Oakland Coliseum. Mob is because we grew quickly, but the term mob means making Oakland better. And we became that way as the first tailgate to start overnight tailgates in 1999 in Oakland by feeding homeless people all night long, then going into the Raiders game. So that started in 1999, and then in 2002, our overnight tailgate turned into an all-weekend tailgate. And so we not only fed homeless people, we started utilizing the NFL's longest tailgate as a platform to support any community organization or any charity. It could deal with women's battered shelters, youth programs, raising money for cancer, raising books for the West Oakland Library. So we branched out mob charities, plural, that we support several local-based charities. And when we help a local-based charity, mob means making Oakland better. If we're called upon, like in 2003 and on, we didn't just become an all-weekend tailgate, we became a year-round charity. So when we go outside of Oakland, mob means making others better. So that whole concept ballooned and it umbrelled into what we call Fans for Humanity, the sport of helping people. So the charitable human side of the 66 mob, which is the NFL's longest tailgate, that created, back in 2014, the NFL's leading movement, Forever Oakland, and keeping the Raiders in Oakland. So it's just been a step-by-step process of preserving and protecting the greatest culture of people and fans worldwide, which is Oakland, California, the surrounding region of Alameda County, and all of Northern California. And our outreach has reached worldwide. Forever Oakland is an international brand name. We have the biggest following of pro-Oakland supporters, chat rooms, fan groups worldwide, and assisting us and supporting us and keeping the Raiders in Oakland and supporting keeping our identity in Oakland. So that's how the 66 mob emerged. That's how Make Oakland Better emerged. And that's how the Forever Oakland movement has currently emerged. And now we're opening up new doors.
Hey, so now that we're there, I want to take time to welcome my consistent visitors. ML Scott, welcome. Thank you very much. And hey, I sent you the document. Steve Macy, how you doing? And Go Warriors, how are you? Barry Lee, hello again, and thanks for the tweet. By the way, folks, if you take a look right here, and I have actually tweeted it out, and I'll turn it so that Godfather can see it. But Godfather, this is your face. Tweet it out there. It's actually a live stream. It's actually a picture of the process, so you can actually check on it on, online and on Twitter and retweet it. And so
wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. So, hey, do you mind taking some questions, or people have a few questions? And are you are you cool talking about where we are with the? Are you cool talking about a follow-up regarding the press conference we had a week ago? Plus?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely. So
we're a people power driven organization. We love everybody that supports us, and so we welcome all questions. Go ahead.
Hey, Russ Rivera, first of all, says hello. He just chimed in.
Hey, good evening, Russ. I'm glad you're in the room, man.
Woohoo! And two questions. First, Steve Macy asks, have you guys heard from Roger Goodell since Mr. Quinn has come on board, or Mark Davis? Question here.
I personally haven't had no exchange with Roger Goodell or Mark Davis in the last 2 weeks.
And Harry Flores asked, do you expect a dogfight from Mark Davis in the NFL?
Do I expect a dogfight?
Yeah.
Well, that's all predicated upon our exploratory process right now. Right now, the two antitrust lawyers we have retained, who are the top two in the United States, Jim Quinn and Eric Hofstadt, are assisting us right now in this investigation process regarding the conditional relocation the Raiders were allowed back on March 27, 2017. At the NFL owners meeting that Zenny, my lovely Monica Lynn, and I were present all week. So we went and retained these two gentlemen, and that investigative process to explore options is continuing as we speak.
And another question is, did you grow that beard to imitate Steven Seagal? That was my question.
Actually, no. There's some days, I like to shave most of the time. Hey, I like to shave most of the time. And for some reason, I get that Steven Seagal thing for years. I'm just looking around saying, what are they talking about Steven Seagal? But then there's that 3 or 4 day look. So I'm enjoying the 3 or 4 day look right now. But thank you.
It's either that or John Belushi. You can't win, man.
Hey. It's all good, man. It's a win-win, all good.
Hey, so, also, let's talk auction. Let's talk about the items available, okay? And I'm going to go to my email and open it up. Give my viewers at the risk of, I'm going to have to cover up your face because, that's the way it goes. I got to do one thing to do the other.
Oh, no more Steven Seagal. Oh, no more Steven Seagal. Go ahead.
Hold on a second, folks. I'm actually going to show you the pictures of what's available for auction if I can here.
Even if my face is covered, go ahead and talk about the picture, and I'll go ahead and explain.
Sounds good. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Because actually you sent it to me by text, though, didn't you? And I can't put it out here on text. So let's do this. Since I don't have it by email.
I did through Facebook and text.
Okay, let's do this. Right, you did. Let's do this. Griz, why don't you just show the pictures? Can you do that?
I'm not the way with the camera. The way we have the camera set right now, I can't do anything.
Okay, cool. Hold on a second. I got an idea.
If I move this camera, you won't see Steven Skull no more if I move the camera.
I got an idea. I'll go on my Facebook page.
Gotcha.
Cool. Bear with me, folks.
Yeah.
And we are going to Facebook so you can check out these docs of photos of,
all the pictures are on your Facebook.
Cool. Right here. And scroll down. There it is. And here we are. We've got the black. It says, first of all, we have the night at the ballpark that we're talking about on Facebook, Griz. That's the first one. The 5-game promo you talked about. You can go to Greg Jones' page, 66th Mob page at Forever Oakland.
Right.
In fact, I'll just take you over there. Just click on it, and voila, there we are. We're at 66th Mob in Forever Oakland official clubhouse, and that's where they can go, right, Griz?
Yes.
And it says, oh, there's a picture of me on the left. There's Forever Oakland. We stand with Oakland. And I click on this map. We run this state, Raider Nation. Folks, you got to get this. Look at that. It's Griz.
Is that a t-shirt?
It's a t-shirt. It looks like it's in kind of a frame t-shirt. Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah, that's a frame t-shirt that was donated by Chris Layton.
Mm-hmm.
He's a 66 mobster, and he's a Northwest Raider Booster Club in Seattle. So what he did is he got that t-shirt and he got it signed by Bill Romanowski. So the lowest bid right now is $50 on that. It's framed. We're excited. So what we're going to encourage all supporters to do is if you could donate an item like that and or start bidding on items like that, at the end of this 5-week promo that Zenny62 and Forever Oakland has going on, the highest bidder will be able to win those items, and you donate that money to the GoFundMe.com/We Stand With Oakland, GoFundMe.com/We Stand With Oakland Fund, and that's what all these donated items are going to. But that is a really hot item because there's not too many people that have a Bill Romanowski signed anything. So the lowest bid, which is we think is very reasonable, is $50. He framed it, and we're excited. And thank you, Chris Layton, for all your contributions.
Now the next one, I just hit the like button on that one. The next one is Forever Oakland, only in Oakland. It's a Richard Hike Photography proudly donates a family portrait session. Oh, that's amazing. Right. Thanks, Rich. Hey, Rich got a lovely picture of his family there. That's Rich, right? Hey, talk more about this, Godfather. This is really cool.
This gift is very unique. Everything we get, we're very appreciative. But this gentleman right here, he was the gentleman that helped live stream the show. From the
He did a massive job. Yes, he sure did. Thank you. He did. Yes, he did. Yep, he did.
And what he's doing is he's a professional photographer by trade, and as you can see, his work is spectacular. And actually, he's helping us with the flyers right now with this promo. So what he's doing is he's offering these top-notch services for any of our supporters. If you look at that flyer, you get his contact information. You get into these sessions, and all proceeds will go toward the GoFundMe.com/We Stand With Oakland fund at the end of our 5-week promo. So that's what he's offering, and that's such a unique gift. We're just so grateful. Thank you, Richard, for everything.
Wow, that's huge. Huge stuff there. Now, the next one is a basketball. Ooh, no, football. What's wrong with me? I got the NBA Finals on my mind. This is a football. Tell us about this, Griz.
You have a Super Bowl shirt on? You have a Super Bowl shirt on. You're calling it a basketball? Come on, Zenny. Anyway.
Hey, man, what can I say? I'm a multi-sport guy.
That's beautiful. Hey, that's why we love you, man. So basically, Joseph Chirillo out of San Diego, California, thank you, Joseph, who comes to Mon Valley off and on. He donated an official NFL ball, a Super Bowl victory ball by Cliff Branch. Whoa. And the lowest bidding price for that football is $200. So we're asking our supporters, start making bids on that. Go to Zenny62, go to our Facebook, Greg Jones, Mob Charities, Forever Oakland Facebook, and the highest bidder after our promo will be able to make the contribution to our GoFundMe.com/We Stand With Oakland fund. So this is exciting. We just kicked this off last week. I asked Zenny how he felt about it. He said, yes, bring it on.
I did.
We've added some more flavor to this show that already has flavor, and people are getting jazzed about it, about this whole concept of our new leg of the Forever Oakland movement. So all your supporters after watching this, please start making bids on those items and or donate items as well as always go to our GoFundMe.com/We Stand With Oakland. GoFundMe.com/We Stand With Oakland to make any contribution for the cause.
Cool. Now let's see here. We've got. Oh, that's me. You can't bid on me, folks. But there we go. Whoa. Man. It says, "Forever Oakland. We stand with Oakland. The fight has just begun. Join us." That's what it says, right there. All right, and so we are now going back to Griz. Thank you, Griz, for taking us through that, Godfather. Much appreciated. And quite exciting. Now, we've got...
Yeah, it is exciting.
Go Warriors says, this is for you, Zenny and Godfather Griz. We're going to win. Las Vegas is going to fall through, and Vegas will be done. Raiders going to be Oakland Raiders forever. David says, which is why I continue to be a season ticket holder. What do you say about this excitement? You've got these folks... We've got these folks, not you. We've got these folks stirred up. Steve Macy says, Zenny. You know what? Steve Macy says, Zenny, post the website, please. I'll do that right now. I'll go right back. I'll get the link to his, I guess you mean his Facebook page. Let me do that right now. And one moment. As you guys can see.
The Greg Jones page or the Forever Oakland page works, either one.
Okay. I'll give him a 66 mob. And I'll take him there right now. Excuse me.
Did you say 66 mob?
Well, I'm giving. You said yours works, right? Greg Jones, either one.
Yes, Greg Jones or Forever Oakland. Yeah, that's the 66 mob.
All right, so I'm going to put that right there, in the link to the live stream right here, right now, there. So there we go, and that's there. And I'm going back to your. There you are. All right, cool. So there you are, Steve Macy. And interesting, I just had the lights dim on me for a bit. Just one moment. I'm going to make sure that one light is off. Hold on a second here. I'll be right back.
Hey, everybody. Al Davis is making his presence felt. And for those of you who are steered up, stay steered up. stay positive, stay strong, man, because there's nothing like that Oakland Raider identity swagger that's leading this process right now. And that's what's going to get us to whatever we want to achieve.
I do think you're right about getting the spirit involved here. So I felt this energy go through this room, man. What's going on? This is something else, man. It's all your fault.
I just told your supporters Al Davis is making this presence felt right now.
Yeah, you're not kidding, man. This is like a seance. I mean,
that's
my God.
The autumn wind. The autumn wind. You know
the autumn wind is a Raider.
Yeah, well, hey, for all your supporters that are super stirred up right now and emotional, here's the forecast. The autumn wind is a forever Oakland Raider that's born and raised in Oakland. And it's the greatest culture of people and fans worldwide. We stand by that 120%, and it is a worldwide theme. And it was born in 1960, and our generation has created a new era called Forever Oakland. So continue to stay stirred up, my people. Continue to be emotional because your energy's right, your energy's focused, and together we're unstoppable.
Yeah, Barry Lee asks, have you had any increase from the national media? I can answer that one. Yes, there have been postings. I would say not so much inquiries as people just writing about it because, we're in the days of social media. And so now you can actually find information and post it. And it was on a sports website that's actually based in New Jersey not too long ago. And you've heard some stuff, right, Griz, as well?
Yeah, I mean, just last Friday when we announced our new promo with the Oakland A's, that blew up on social media, on Twitter, with local media outlets. We had some nationwide media outlets, and they're drawing their own conclusions. The whole promo with David Cavill and the Oakland A's is our way of showing our support to pro-Oakland sports teams in Oakland. And with the economy, how it impacts it, the pride of the Oakland and the East Bay region, that's why we have this promo set up. So it's funny how nationwide media outlets are drawing their own conclusions, which is okay. They can draw the conclusions because of the name Forever Oakland's worldwide. So we consider that an honor. We consider that respect. And there has been no negative twist of the Oakland A's supporting the Forever Oakland movement. But yeah, that blew up big time last Friday. It's spreading everywhere. And that's the whole idea, is we're just going to keep this momentum and make it grow and get it bigger.
Hey, I got to ask you, what do you think about now that Derek Carr's contract is signed? We had this discussion the other night. What say you about Derek Carr? Is it going to make the Raiders a better team? Are they a mark? What's going on that your forecast for the Oakland Raiders would give us some guidance to think about,
Well, let me tell everybody a little something about myself. I'm an Oakland Raider for life.
Right.
And my juice, my steer up, is when I leave the NFL's longest tailgate, I'm out there Friday through Sunday for every home game. And I walk from Mob Alley, which is the NFL's longest tailgate, into the game. I get my banners up on the railing, and I have like a 45-minute Tai Chi stretch-out session. We get in a different mentality. We get in a higher mentality. So, regarding Derek Carr...
Whoa. I got to ask you a question. Tai Chi?
Right.
That is so cool.
Yes.
That is so cool.
Hey, that's the Steven Seagal. That's Steven Seagal.
That's a Seagal part. Is this the largest Tai Chi gathering of Raider fans in the country?
We can start that. That's an idea. What an idea. Woo. But just to give everyone's head up, and so we don't get off track here.
Yeah.
When I grew up, the current swap meet off of Coliseum Way was a drive-in theater.
That's right.
So when I was a kid, we used to go there all the time. And you know one of the movies we saw most of the time? Bruce Lee. He's the greatest of all time. Creature Features on Channel 2. Bruce Lee, we saw that all the time. So yeah, that's kind of the Tai Chi part.
Oh, I'm waiting for a comment from John Marks about now because he's a big creature feature aficionado, Bay Area denizen who probably remembers the drive-in theater as you and I do, going way back, And just as I say that, just because I say that, John Marks does not chime. Oh, he did chime in. He did, informing us the creature features is back. Steve Macy says, Zenny, you should auction off a dinner with me hey, Griz, Steve Macy has an interesting idea. He says that we should auction off a dinner with you and I. Like a fan has a dinner with you and I. That would be, what do you think about that idea?
You know what? I think that's a spectacular idea. See, we're all about, we listen to the people.
Yeah.
And what we want to let you folks know, if you have an idea, that's great. Run with it. And if it's runnable, we'll support it. So let's go ahead and, off the record or discussing the show, put that idea together so when we have next week's show on Monday, we'll have it fully together as an option item.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I mean, the question is where
How
would that go? Where will we have the dinner? I mean, I'm gonna put in a there you go. I'm gonna put in a plug for the Lake Chalet. It's Central sports fans, 66th mile. Oh, you want to have the dinner at the 66th mile? Is that what you're saying? Ah, okay.
Oh no, I'm listening to you.
Oh, okay.
I'm listening to the host. Go ahead.
No, I'm thinking.
Here in Oakland, I'm in Oakland right now.
Yeah.
This is the home base. I'm at the 66 Mile Clubhouse. We have several hotspots, so we're open to any hotspot. And our show host Zenny62. Go ahead and come up with some ideas.
Or Everett Jones is another great place. Everett Jones Barbecue. Well,
sure.
I'm just spewing out some
People have to remember, this sounds crazy. I remember there was a newspaper article, USA Today, I forgot. It was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And they said, which city in America has the most spoken tongues? So my first thoughts were New York City, San Francisco, San Jose, because they're very diverse. The Bay Area is very diverse.
Mm-hmm.
LA, maybe. You know what they said per capita?
What?
Oakland and Berkeley. So in terms of spoken tongues, that gives you an idea of all the variety of food. In the district I live in, which is Noel Gallo's district, District 5, the Fruitville district, we have some of the best El Salvadorian, Hispanic, Indian. You just go down our block here, man. There's food of almost every race. It's beautiful. So I'm sure whatever you like, the person who came with the idea, whose name was that?
Steve Macy. Steve
Macy. You go ahead and throw out your flavor, man. You let Zenny and I know, and we'll find that location here in Oakland, and we'll put this auction item together to go out and have some food, and then we'll share that idea a little more next show. I think that's a wonderful idea.
I like the idea. Hey, not only that, we have some people that have asked. On top of all that, if you wonder when I'm tweeting as I talk, folks. So, but they have asked, and Griz, I know this is something you don't want to talk about, but we got like 6 different questions about the legal issue. Okay.
There's nothing that I don't like to talk about. You go and ask the question, I'll answer the way I want to answer.
Okay, cool. So here's one.
Yeah.
The Barber 1974. Welcome, Barber. Who harkens back to the first year I moved to Oakland, April 8th of 74, says, is there a chance that St. Louis and or San Diego is joining any potential lawsuits? And
I have no idea about that.
And
I have no clue what San Diego and St. Louis is doing together.
Steve Macy says, let's see the mug again, Griz. He wants...
The 66th mob mug or the coffee mug?
The 66th mob. Now, I have one question.
Oh,
I want one. Yes. I want one.
You guys want one?
I want one.
Greg Jones page.
Okay.
The Republican page. And guess who you contact? You contact the Monica Lynn by Little Monica.
You got it. Definitely.
Cheers.
Definitely. That looks like my kind of mug, man. I like that. So, yeah, John Mark says, good-looking mug. Now, Donis asks, are any former Raider players involved in the movement?
This is since we're the league movement, the player closest to us that we honor the most, 00 Jim Otto. Since day one,
class act.
Jim Otto has been very clear.
Class act.
He's been very clear. He's like an uncle to me. So you guys know. He's been very clear that he's pro forever Oakland.
Nice.
No matter what, and he hasn't changed that stance. During this process, and I can be honest with everything, we were surprised there were more former Oakland Raiders saying something. And it could have been their age, it could have been maybe they have jobs under the Oakland Raider umbrella. But Jim Otto has been very consistent and sticking to he is forever Oakland. And he just came out with a comment today quoted he is forever Oakland. So yes, he's the closest to the situation, and we honor the OGs of this area who were born and raised in it, and he created it in 1960 as part of that. So we love Jim Otto. That's a great question, folks.
Now, if anybody's watching, and I welcome everybody who asked a question, I missed it, please copy that and post it so I can see it and ask it again. And also, we have a super chat that you can use if you want to make sure I see it. That contribution you have to do to make sure that happens, which is a base $2 and up. But when you contribute, you automatically become a shareholder. But my point is that can make sure I can see, because I'm trying to get all these questions. They're going through like this, and it's like a pinball. It's like, oh my God, I can't keep up with them, okay? So YouTube was kind of... Hey, man.
This is your calling.
Hey, man. Now, John Marks asked the question, I think should be an award for the question of the night. How about, and I'm going to add this, the legendary Clem Daniels of the End Zone Sports Bar joining the movement. What do you think about that idea?
You know, Clem, my partner, Ray Bobbitt, he's my spiritual brother.
Yeah.
And partner. Clem and I have done some things in the past. The 66 mob had a Oakland Raiders rally at Frank Agawa Plaza City Hall back in 2004. We had like 500, 600 people.
I remember that, yeah.
We honored Bob Brown. Mm-hmm. So if you guys know your history in the early 70s, Bob Brown was an offensive lineman for about 2-3 years.
Yep.
Who was playing before John Bella took over, and he got in the Hall of Fame. So he was inducted in the Hall of Fame that year. We had a big rally. We gave the keys of the city to Bob Brown. Clem was there with some of the old school Raiders. So your question, should Clem Daniel be a forever Oakland Raider? Is that what you're asking? Is he a forever Oakland Raider?
He was asking, why not get him? Well, it was more like an idea. You know, in other words, like getting him.
Well, no, it's not that why not we get. Clem's already been, we've been in contact with Clem. We've contacted a lot of people.
Yeah, he wasn't saying anything negative. It was just Clem's like an idea. Yeah.
Clem's aware of what we're doing.
Yeah, cool. Now, yes. Go Warriors asks, remember, Go Warriors is from Denver. He's a Raider fan suffering in Denver. He says, hey, y'all.
Hey, wait, let me stop right there. Let me stop you. His name is Go Warriors?
Yeah, Go Warriors.
Okay, Go Warriors. The 66 mob has deep family ties in Denver. 300 to 500 deep at least.
Whoa.
If you go visit the Oakland Raiders Booster Club of Denver, the Oakland Raiders Soldier Booster Club of Denver, their president is Kurt Eisler. He's also called Super Mom Man. He is a 66 mobster out of Denver who runs that club. If you feel like you're surrounded by donkeys, you contact the Oakland Raiders Soldier Booster Club of Denver. They are a mob family. You contact Kurt. You contact his daughter, Jennifer Cooney. She's my niece. They are forever Oakland deep, and you'll have deep family the whole time. So please reach out to them online.
Hey, this is awesome. You hear that, Go Warriors? You have an Oakland home in
people
Denver.
People gotta remember, forever Oakland is worldwide.
Yeah.
We're not just statewide. We're not nationwide. We're worldwide. We've been to England. I've spoken in front of hundreds of Raider fans internationally about the gospel of keeping the Raiders in Oakland. We've been to Mexico City. The 66 Mob Clubhouse you see right here has had at least 7 to 10 networks over the last 5 or 6 months coming here talking about the gospel before we went to Mexico City and after we went to Mexico City. So we've traveled the places, we've given our heart, we've been to Denver, we've been to Seattle, we've spoken in front of hundreds of groups, we've had rallies. Forever Oakland's worldwide. If you are a Raider fan, an pro-Oakland Raider fan worldwide, and you're seeking to bond with others, you contact us, man. We will hook you up.
Now, Steve Macy asks, how big is the Sacramento Raider Booster Club, and are they doing anything to help?
There's a couple of them, and so all these clubs have crossed paths with me at an event. Or our NFL's on this tailgate at one point or another. So Sacramento runs deep. They got a deep booster club. Right now, booster clubs from Sacramento haven't been involved in the Forever Oakland movement, but they have members that support the Forever Oakland movement.
Now, Barry Lee says, here, haw. I don't know. He said, they're playing a little word game with the donkeys comment. That's what's going on here. Donkeys get no love, says Joe Lopez.
Godfather knows, man. I hope it's stirring up in a good way.
Oh, it is. And if it was a bad way, Godfather, you wouldn't hear about it anyway. So that's the way we roll. We chop things. We don't want.
In Denver, in Denver, there's a lot of donkeys running around.
That's right.
We got East Bay. Autumn Wind Forever Oakland Raider Pirates that run that territory over there. So connect with them.
Hey, now, Dave, guess who's with us? Dave Cardenas.
Hey, what's up, Dave?
Yeah.
How's Ruben Jr. doing,
Thank
David?
You.
How's Ruben Jr. doing?
Thank you. Dave said he's still mad they took the Patriots' home game away from us to play in Mexico City. But Dave, how is Ruben doing?
You can thank Mark Davis for that one.
Yeah. Wow.
No. Listen to me. Hear me. Mark Davis broke a deal with Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft asked Mark, would you be willing to play my team in Mexico City and Mark would be the home team? Mark shook his hand and said yes. So there you go.
Wow, he didn't think twice about Oakland? What's up with that?
No. Well, does Mark Davis want to be in Oakland?
But I mean, wow. No. Listen,
Godfather,
I gotta ask. I gotta ask.
Hold on, Zenny. Hold on, Zenny.
All right.
You and I both have, where we are up here with relationships with people, so we're professional.
Yes.
But realistically, if an owner's trying to get out of a certain location, he'll do whatever he can to broker deals with NFL owners to vote for him. And one of the ways he did was he shook hands with Robert Kraft. After Robert Kraft asked him, would you play us in Mexico City and you be the home team? And Mark said yes.
Now, look, I understand this. Well, no, I'm going to take that back because I don't. I've been told again and again and again that the Raiders have this great love for the idea of the Super Bowl in Las Vegas, and I hear that. But what's the real reason for this from your perspective? That the Raiders are putting us through this Las Vegas jazz and going through all this trouble. I mean, because look,
realistically,
considering all the costs involved and all the nuances to developing a stadium, like for example here in Atlanta, you had the issue with the community and not having enough land for such things as parking, which you might think about is related as well because it's coming up to it comes into play, excuse my language, for the Vegas issue, okay? Parking. But the bottom line is that Mr. Blank, Arthur Blank, the owner of the Atlanta Falcons, has enough money to be able to tap into to solve that problem. But you and I both know the Raiders don't, and let's face it, their relationships with the casinos in Las Vegas are not the best. So why go into a situation where you're already behind the 8 ball and stay there? It doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm going to give you a general opinion.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm going to give you a general opinion. First, people need to realize the upper management brain trust of the Oakland Raiders, which is Mark Davis and Mark Bedane and Dan Vitrelli. He's the head of the legal counsel. They're not developers, number one. They don't own malls. They don't own apartment complexes. They're not the type of ownership that knows how to privately fund something, build something themselves, where most pro teams do. So for the Raiders to get anything done, they're very heavily codependent. And for this whole Vegas thing, there's so many that you've come up with, so many numbers that don't match. The whole theme of the Autumn One Raider doesn't belong in the desert, which is a reality. So you're dealing with the upper management that are not as, how I'd say, owner savvy, business over savvy, as most owners are. So that's why this whole theme going to Vegas, which the Oakland Raiders have no business being there, is very shaky. And that's why we're doing some very deep investigation into this process with the two best antitrust lawyers in the United States, Jim Quinn and Eric Hostat. So that's my opinion. The whole thing is shaky.
Now, is there anything, okay, what can the common Raider fan do to break this problem, to contribute? What can a person right now do to help solve the problem? I mean, if they feel like they don't have money, they're powerless. I need you to identify the problem. What problem are you talking about? Oh, in terms of, because I get this from fans all the time, in terms of how Davis and the Raiders are planning the Vegas move, what can a fan do? And what I tell fans is get active on social media, because there's nothing more powerful than a...
First and foremost, the best thing to do is join the movement.
There you go. That's it. That's it.
Forever Oakland.
That's it.
Just keep in mind, we have work relationships with the NFL. We have work relationships with the Oakland Raiders. And we have work relationships with all of our municipalities, the county of Alameda, the city of Oakland, and the JPA. We have work relationships with these entities. We're not just fans on the side. We're actually community leaders. So we're so invested in this process that the best way to get involved to help the Forever Oakland cause is get involved with us.
That's right.
And there's several different ways by funding or GoFundMe.com/We Stand With Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be the number one thing to do. You can contact Russell Rivera, especially if he's online right now. He is the gentleman who's in charge of that fund. He's easy to talk to, and they've merged with the Forever Oakland movement. You can contact us and follow our social media. We have a promo that before we go, outside the pictures that Zenny showed for the silent auction, we need to discuss those 2 flyers for the Oakland A's, so we're going that a little bit as well. There's so many different ways that people locally and worldwide can connect to what we're doing because we are international to help the Forever Oakland cause.
Hey, you want to see something cool? This is
Yes, I do.
This is you on YouTube on an iPad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that right now?
That's right now.
That's like a photography kind of background. Interesting.
This is the television of tomorrow, folks.
Wow.
A little plug for my good friend Tressie Swedlow's event in the Presidio this week. If you're in the Presidio, go and check her out. Tell her Zenny sent you. But at any rate, I digress. The television of tomorrow is today. Folks, we don't need the mainstream media. We are the media right now, right here. Okay,
That's right.
This is powerful
stuff. You want, and we call this the Forever Oakland Real Media.
That's right.
Forever Oakland.
That's
this
right.
is reality at its best.
As John Marks says right now, #66mob, and Ryan Huckabee says, so Oakland is a more respected city than Las Vegas. I got it right in the world today. Oakland is busy with businesses flying in and out and flooded with entrepreneurs. The change happens now, Oakland. That's what he says. And Orlando Jimenez says, Zinni, he and you guys, he means you, Godfather, are awesome. Semper Fidelis, always faithful. That's what that means. Thank you. I didn't, stupid me, I didn't know what that meant all this time. Now I know. Always Semper Fidelis. Semper Fi. I didn't know that. I'm just being honest. I did not know that. You learn something new every day.
Hey, have an open mind and you're positive and you learn something new every day.
Hey, can you fill us in on the Ruben situation again? Because there was a number of the flock that were thanking Dave and saying Ruben Strong, #Ruben Strong. Can you fill us in again? Because we were talking when that happened.
We were very fortunate to meet David Cardenas. He's got himself a Forever Oakland t-shirt. He's one of the supporters, like those of you who want to get involved in the process. So David stepped up, got involved, and like I said, I think social media is great, and I'm going to get back to Team Ruben in just a second. Social media has a way of connecting people worldwide much faster. So some people misuse it, like they do guns, and some people use it positively, like we do.
Yep.
And what I use social media for is to promote our product, which is the NFL's leading movement, Forever Oakland, and keeping the Raiders in Oakland. So in lieu of that, David Cardenas got in touch with us in that same way through social media, and he connected us to a situation where there's a young man named Ruben Contreras who's currently suffering from, David has the right terminology, but it's a brain tumor of sorts. Mm-hmm. So the 6'6 Mob, Forever Oakland, making Oakland better, one of our MOs is charity, humanitarians. And what we did was, at our last month of May mob gathering on Mob Valley, 66th Avenue, where our tailgate is, we had people bring items, like the silent auction we're doing right now for the Zenny 62 show, bring items. We donated to Ruben's family because they had a silent auction of their own on the 24th of May afterward, and to help this kid. So basically, the #Team Ruben, that's an ongoing theme that we constantly want people to go to the hashtag. If you want to help support their family, please do. It's so heartfelt, and we were very fortunate that day that Ruben was healthy enough that day to come out. And so, but you know what we'll do? Let's take 10 seconds like we always do, Zenny, and to all your supporters, if you don't mind, we're going to take a 10-minute silence and pray for Ruben.
Dave says, Griz, Ruben is fighting in the hospital. He's been there for the last 5 days. Health is declining. So, yes, a moment of silence for Ruben, please. Thank you. All right. Wow. Okay. Hey, Dave, hang in there, my man. We're praying for you. All right, praying for you. Praying for you.
Always.
You know? Wow. Wow. And thank you all for.
It's just, you know what?
Yeah.
Everything stops. Things like that, no matter how high you get or no matter how bad life is, when you meet a kid like that and you came to Mob Eye and you have the hands on, reality stops for a second and it puts things in perspective. It really does. How lucky a lot of us are to have what we have, like the Zenny Show, the Forever Oakland movement, supporters, people helping charity, the little things in life. There's a lot of things we need to be grateful for.
Mr. Cardenas informs us that it's called diffuse intrinsic pontine genoma, or DIPG for short. It's a rare pediatric brain cancer which is terminal, a 0% survival rate. Wow, that's, I mean, how does that happen? I just, that's what, Dave, how does that happen? I mean, there's got to be a lesson in here that we can all take to help, make the human condition better rather than just surrendering. And perhaps, what do we, yeah.
Is Dave responding to you right now?
He's here. Yeah, he heard me say that. Yeah.
And I'll share this. You know what? There's not one word or a sentence myself or anyone can say that will appease the pain that young Ruben's going through, and not just that, his parents.
Right.
Just imagine they don't sleep much. Their whole life is dominated around their son. When they still have to pay bills, they still have to go to work, they still have other responsibilities like the rest of us, and their whole life is revolving around their son right now who's struggling. It's just, and when I met these people and they had tears in their eyes, it just, there's not enough words or empathy or enough prayers. The only thing I can share is God has a very strange sense of humor, and sometimes, though, God brings down his angels to remind us of how lucky we are. And sometimes it's in the form of something that seems very tragic here on the earthly human level, but I believe that Ruben Contreras, I shouldn't say I believe, I know, he's an angel for all of us right now, to remind ourselves, give your best in life, appreciate what you have, and in the process of that, as his angelic presence is here, let's help appease him, let's pray for him, because he's here for a purpose to affect humanity. That's the best thing I can say right now.
Something I'd like to add is, if you're a Raider player and or employee and you're listening to this, hey, get the team involved. And I don't know if that page is still up, or you all know how to reach Godfather Griz. Reach out to Godfather Griz. He's the best way to do that. Get involved in any kind of way you can help. Any kind of way.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Hey, before we go real quick, if you don't mind, Zenny.
Not at all.
Can we touch on Oakland A's promo real quick? Can
sure.
You put those flyers Dave, to show your audience?
Yeah, Cardenas has something he wants to say. He says only 4% of government funding goes to cancer. Excuse me. Yeah, 4.4% of that funding. Let me be more clear. 0.04% goes to pediatric cancer, which is nowhere near enough funding. So it's awareness and funding. Now, that's the thing. So now, you want me to put up those photos again for the auction?
Well, and I want to add to what David just said. Part of being human is being human.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there's lots of people. There's a lot of good people out in the world.
Yeah.
There's a lot of greedy people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of power people that run countries and politicians. But there are a lot of good people out in the world. And it's for whatever reason, while we're all here on this planet, we're serving some kind of purpose that we don't understand. And part of it is hard times, and part of it's good times. So when you hear statistics like that, it's a reminder that the disease of the mind with certain people who run things needs to be altered. It's a reminder why these things happen, where we got to really, really impress upon humanity to spiritually become more pure and come together as one, put our greed aside, put our ignorance aside. That's the biggest challenge of being on the planet, no matter what the situation is. That little stat right there is just a prime example of the human cause, of the disease here on this planet, of how certain people think, and there shouldn't be any reason whatsoever larger percentages of money go to things that need to be cured, and that would be cured. So that's what we're fighting for. Not just Oakland, this Oakland Mayor movement, those of us are Oakland Mayors, this identity, we're people. We help folks. We're hands-on. And we have a lot of poverty, a lot of problems here in this community. That's what we're built on. And so that's why this identity that we have grown into since 1960 is more than a sport. It's a religion. It's a spirituality. It's how we reach out to the Reuben Juniors. It's how we help people with cancer. It's how we help feed the homeless people. That's what we're fighting for, and that's why it's going to stay here. But yeah, that statistic, when you hear that, that's as funky as hearing that the Raiders are trying to go to Vegas.
Yeah. When
the autumn wind and the forever Oakland does not belong there, it's the same type of funkiness that we're fighting, and we're going to keep fighting, folks.
That's the way to put it, Griz. I couldn't put it of any better. Now we got the games coming up. The first A's game is when?
Yeah, basically, let me grab my schedule here. This is exciting stuff, folks. So my A's game schedule. We've been honored, like I said, to work with the Oakland A's organization for the first-of-a-kind 5-game promo. And by going to pages we're putting out and links we're putting out, there's a coupon code called Direct Help. And we have certain steps we sent to Zenny. If you go to our page and you go to the various other pages, Greg Jones, Forever Oakland, We Stand with Oakland, all of our supporters, you will see the proper steps on how to click on the link. That's athletics.com/fundraising. When you scroll to the bottom of the link, it has 5 games. The first game is Monday, July 3rd, and it's their fireworks celebration. That is a week from today. The second game is Saturday, July 15th, and they're doing a giveaway for that. The third game is July 31st, Monday, as the San Francisco Giants come to Oakland, so that's a big game. The fourth game is August 1st. The day after July 31st, we play San Francisco again, and the fifth game is September 23rd, Saturday. So on that page, you go to athletics.com/fundraising. You go to the bottom of that, you'll see all 5 games. When you click any one of those games, you can go to one game, you can go to a couple games, or you go all 5 of them. Myself and members of my staff, and I'm sure with We Stand with Oakland, will be at every game because we are hosting this with the Oakland A's. We want to welcome, meet, and greet people. We want to help them understand the new culture that David Cavill, the president of the Oakland A's, he's bringing Oakland culture to the Oakland Athletics.
Nice.
So when you go to those games and you click on the link, you will see a seating chart, and to the right, it'll say coupon. In that area that says coupon, you enter Direct Help. All small caps, one word, Direct Help. Then you go ahead and see what seat you want. You put the pricing down, and you purchase it via credit card and debit card. By doing that method, 50% of all ticket sales for all 5 games go to our Direct Help We Stand with Oakland account. It's important, everything we're doing, and this is momentous because we really, really want to push people who, if you want to support us, this is one way to support us, man. Get a ticket. Get to a game. Even if you can't get to a game, go one of those 5 games, purchase a ticket, because 50% of that ticket value goes to our fund. And if you really want to help Forever Oakland and We Stand with Oakland, this is one of the greatest ways. Like I said, the local and nationwide media has taken this thing over. It's just amazing. They're connecting the Oakland A's, supporting Forever Oakland. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. But those are the games. Those are the 5 games. Zenny has it. And we have a 5-game promo flyer. The black one Zenny has, he'll show you. Then we have game 1, the game 1 promo, which is a week from today. And then tonight, before the Zenny show, we put up the 4 remaining flyers. So it's easy. It's a step-by-step process and how you can help us make Oakland better. This is monumental. It's just amazing how more people are getting behind this whole process. So yeah, please stay tuned to Zenny62. Go to the Greg Jones Facebook page. Go to the Forever Facebook page. Go to the We Stand with Oakland Facebook page. And we'll keep you in the loop on how you can support this first-of-a-kind promo. It is awesome.
Hey, Barry Lee, thanks. Get some rest, buddy. Barry Lee says he's got a $29,000 hospital bill. My God. Now, but Rick Rivera says GoFundMe / We Stand with Oakland. And Ryan Huckabee says the Battle of the Bay, bring it back. And Russ Rivera says you get a pass, Barry, stay strong. And I say Barry strong. Rivera says 2 games are better our Battle of the Bay games, Giants versus A's. Exactly. John Mark says, okay, we go. Frosty is obviously being a snowman. There's a guy named Frosty here. I don't know if it's a guy or a gal, but
okay.
Yeah. But, it's always the trolls that don't use their real names. You ever notice that? But
you know what? I keep trolls out of my head, so if they're in front of me, they don't seem to talk to me much. They stay away from our aura, so that's a good thing.
The ogres, the trolls, the Shreks of the world.
Trolls are good at talking behind your back. If someone's talking behind your back, that means they're thinking about you. And if you're in their head, then you got too much time in your hands because you're not in my head. I got big fish.
Hey, you know what?
But most trolls, they talk behind the scenes.
We block trolls. Now, Orlando Jimenez says he's taking his daughter to a couple of games, Griz. That's what he said in sentence. Orlando says.
And you're going to go to the games that part of the promo? Are you asking?
Yeah, that's what he does. No, Orlando is saying to us and to you, he is taking his daughter to a couple of the games.
And just so you guys know, so I put this out there, Oakland A's president, David Cavill, is so hands-on. He's going to come out to the pre-games and meet people. He's offered that. So every game, and we're really going to be hyping up the first game, which is their 4th of July Independence Fireworks is Monday night after the game, because Tuesday is the day off for people. They don't want to do it Tuesday night and people have to work on Wednesday, so they're doing it Monday night. And leading up to every game, we're going to announce where we're congregating. We may congregate at what's called the Oakland Championship Plaza, which is this new food court that David Cavill himself has brought Oakland authentic food, where the world famous Raider games between the West Side Club, that's now called Tribes Park Tavern, and the Oracle. This is phenomenal. So we're going to have a game where we congregate there. We're going to direct our supporters. We'll have a game where we're going to ask supporters, go into Strives Park Tavern. It's what the West Side Club is for the Raiders, where you just go in there. It's classic, good food. And even if you have seats, they have glass windows where you can watch the pregame and watch the games. And that's it twice. You know why I said it twice? Because we play the Giants twice. And guess what? During that Giants-A's game, we're probably going to have the NFL's strongest and longest tailgate in parking lot A to have that tailgate experience as well. So leading up to every game, we're going to make announcements on where people can congregate. Remember, this is a kid-friendly, forever Oakland family affair. So your supporter that said he's buying tickets, thank you. And for everyone else, please buy them up. We're excited to go next Monday, meet David Cavill, root our A's on to win, and watch a beautiful fireworks display July 3rd, Monday night.
Now, Griz, I know it's 12:33 a.m. here, and it's I believe it is 9:33 you are. So
yeah, but you're vampires. That's why it's vampire hours.
I was thinking about you.
See, look at that. He's a vampire. Woo-hoo.
Well, I don't have vampire teeth anymore. I used to, but no. 10 more minutes?
Hey, let's do it. We're feeling good, man. We're flowing.
All right, cool. We're going to go until 12:44, folks. It's 12:34 now. And just so that, yeah. So anyway, because Griz is smart enough to have refreshments in front of him. Me, I forgot. But
sooner than later, you guys will see Zenny pick up his 66 Mob mug on his show as well. Cheers
That's right.
To you, man.
You got it. I now, well, thank you.
Mike and I will hook you up one.
Thank you. Now,
you're very welcome.
831 Scott had said something that flew off the page. Crawford says, hopefully they can reach out to Mark Cuban to help chip in. Todd Christensen says, is there a Forever Oakland in Salem, Oregon? I relocated from Napa. Hey, can you help Todd Christensen out? He's not that's not his real name, obviously, but rest in peace to Todd Christensen.
So he's in Salem, Oregon? Is that what he said?
He is moving to the home of the Salem witch trials. That's right. Salem, Oregon.
Okay, so where is he located at? In Salem, Oregon?
He says he is asking, is there a Forever Oakland or something like that? Raider Nation Booster Club in Salem, Oregon.
We have Forever Oakland family everywhere. And if you go online and visit the Bend, Oregon Raider Nation.
Bend, Oregon.
And one of the leaders is Raider Mystic. He's also Aaron Chambers and Kara Kapowski. You go see Kara Kapowski. She is born and raised here in Oakland. She just moved up in Oregon, and they have a great humanitarian Oakland Raider-led group that does so much for that community. So they're called the Oakland Raiders. They're called Born, out in Born, Oregon. The Oakland Raiders Born Club. Go out to their Facebook, reach out to them, and they will connect you quickly.
John Santos says, Griz, I want some of that famous barbecue at the tailgate.
That means you gotta get down to the tailgate again, bud. But hey, we're gonna be hosting one for one of these A's games. We're gonna, one of the things we'll do, we'll be at tailgate, so we'll keep you in the loop. But remember, for every Oakland Raiders home game, if it's preseason, we do an overnight tailgate. So the night before preseason, we'll be set up on Mob Valley and as long as tailgate. For every Oakland Raiders regular season home game, we're out there Friday through Sunday. There's nowhere else in the NFL to do that. So this gives you ample opportunities to have some of the famous Godfather gourmet barbecue.
Coog Sniper
Even
says,
Seagal, the rest of you.
You got it. Coog Sniper says, Griz, I'm out of town, but we got to talk about another donation I might have for silent auction, okay? So,
this is Mr. Chris Layton of the NW Raiders, is that right?
If memory serves, it is. But, hey, Chris, is that you?
Yeah,
are you Coog Sniper?
Yeah.
There he is. Yeah.
My man.
He says yes.
He's the one that
says
donated
yes.
The signed Bill Romanowski shirt. Let me tell you something about this guy. Everybody. The beauty of our core group is we're workaholics.
Mm-hmm.
The guys and gals, Monica, Zenny, myself, my core staff that set up these tailgates are workaholics, man. We don't complain about stuff. We just get stuff done.
Yep.
And we provide TV, we provide music, we provide a porta potty. We have vendors on the corner. We just provide a beautiful swagger and aura. Chris Layton is one of the hardest workers I ever met, man. We're honored to have him as part of our team. It's good to see you, Chris.
Chris says he's got a one-of-a-kind item he's looking to donate. Ooh, this man's been on the hunt.
He'll keep the mystique going until he reveals what it is. So we're excited to find out what that one-of-a-kind is. And remember, we're coming back next Monday for the Zenny 62 Forever Oakland show.
Woo-hoo-hoo. And James McClendon just shows up. And he says, good evening, Zenny. What's up, Griz? You are doing a great job with the movement and forging forward to retain our colors, legacy, and name. That is from James McClendon. That's what he just wrote.
You know what? You know why, James? That's who we are. Everything we do, that's who we are. Just like the dysfunction of that stat of not enough money going to cancer, we're fighting dysfunctions here too that's connected to our identity. So you, well worded, James. Thank you.
Right. Absolutely. Completely. Absolutely. Now, Todd Christensen, by the way, said thank you. And then Ryan Huckby says something that's nonsensical to me, so I'm not even going to bother repeating it. Raider Kuko says, will my Raider colors at the tailgate on Monday? And gotcha. And so it's 12:39, folks. So, Griz, what do you say? We call it a night?
Another wonderful show. Let's all thank Zenny 62. This gentleman, and I mean this sincerely, he's uniquely him with how he puts things together, his strategies, what he does for the world. So I want to let your supporter know.
Thank you.
Definitely donate to Zenny 62. Buy his T-shirts. Keep him going. And you know why? Because this guy gives everything with his heart. And so he's offered his platform for us to express ourselves to the world and everyone in the chat. And we're going to be coming back next week. This whole promo is awesome. So Zenny, from me to you, thank you.
Oh, and
man,
thank you.
Thank you. We're going to keep pushing this thing, man. We're going to keep pushing it to new levels.
Happy to serve, man. Thank you very much, and thanks for being a friend. Absolutely. And, more important, thanks for, and I said this before and I'll say it again, is bringing people together. And, and not only that, it's too bad you can't see the stream on this side. Got to get your YouTube channel so you can have little.
I take your faith. I take your faith, though. I'll watch you. It's good.
Oh, but I was going to say, it's the stream of people coming through, and it's like, sometimes like, wow, And, Henry Flores says that he would make a custom Raider jersey number 62 for me. Oh, thanks. Oh, no, not 62. Nice, I'm not, because they'll say, you're 62 years old. Well, I am headed in that direction, but whatever. I'm so, you know what? I'm so vain. I probably think this. I'm so vain. I probably think this live stream's about me. to steal a line from Carly Simon. At any rate, wow. How about that? All right. With that,
dude, so then, do you have any last words before we get off in 3 minutes?
My last words are these: Griz, thank you so much. See you Monday of next week. You got it. Keep fighting the good fight.
And as always, we'll communicate between them. And then one last thing we say back here in Oakland, California. Go ahead.
If there are any Raider players watching, please join Forever Oakland. Active or retired. You know.
Here's the bottom line. If you feel and you believe what we're doing, who cares what anybody thinks? We don't. And what we're doing is positive. There's nothing negative. There's nothing dysfunctional about what we're doing. This is what we believe in. If you don't want to join us, that's fine. We don't put time, we don't focus too much if you don't. But if you do, don't stand on the sidelines. Get out of the closet, because we're on the playing field.
Yep.
And there's two kinds of people in life, in the game of life. People who play on the field and people on the sideline and watch. We're definitely in play, and we're heading to that goal line. So if you're an Oakland Raider player, if you're a former Raider player, if you're something, no matter where you're at around the world, jump on in. We are so accessible. You can get a hold of us through social media, the Greg Jones page, the Forever Oakland page, the We Stand With Oakland page, all of our supporters, the Zany62 YouTube. We're so accessible. We'll respond to you quickly. We'll plug you in and say, yeah, man, jump in and join the movement.
Hey, man, thanks a lot. Thank you. I'll see you.
You're very welcome. And what we do back home, Chillin, may the mob be with all of you. God bless you. And we are forever Oakland Raiders for life.
You got it, man. I'll see you. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Hey, thanks, everybody. Thank you all. So, hey, thanks, everybody. I'm going to turn this around and so I'm kind of here, but I'm just got to turn this around. Excuse me. And then as I turn this around, I can do this. Hold on a second. Yeah. So I gotta elevate this first before I can turn it. So I'm elevating it. This is the elevation sensation, folks. The new elevator. And turning it around like so. Yeah. And voila. A little sideways there for a second. But not anymore. And it is now elevated at the level and area and place that I want, and there we are. All right. Hey, everybody, thanks a lot. And oh, by the way, again, it's Forever Oakland. Hey, it's forever. Yeah, here I am. But I wanted to put the spotlight on Griz. I don't want to take too much time. But the bottom line is that. And thank you all for the wishes regarding the mayor. I'm not sure what I'm going to do there, mainly because I'm here in Georgia and I've got to work all that stuff out, right? Got an apartment back in Oakland I haven't seen in 3 months, but that's where that is. So, but I'm not going to stop. And I have a website called The Future Mayor of Oakland. All right, I'm not going to stop issuing my analysis and assertions of how the city of Oakland should be ran and how it's not ran. So I'm just letting you all know there. Thanks. Oh, this shirt I got at Super Bowl 41. This was the this is Super Bowl 41, Super Bowl 40, excuse me, not 41. Super Bowl 40 pitting the no, this was Super Bowl 41. I'm sorry. This was Miami, South Florida, 2007. Super Bowl 41. That's where I got this one from, and that was fun. It was the Indianapolis Colts versus the Chicago Bears. Yeah, this was 2000. Is that right? 2007. Yep. Indianapolis Colts versus Chicago Bears. It was the first Super Bowl to feature two African-American head coaches, Tony Dungy versus Lovie Smith. Dungy of the Colts, Smith of the Bears. So there we go. Now, ML says, between you, Griz, and yeah, he says between ML's. Hey, ML, by the way, I sent you an email, and we've got Ryan Huckabee said late night sports can't beat the cool. Thanks. Hey, thanks, Ryan. I appreciate that. Thanks. I appreciate that. What do you all think of this situation where the Raiders have EJ Manuel as the backup, and then we've got Connor Cook as the third string, and then Derek Carr? Do you think Derek Carr will survive the season the way defenses are going to be targeting him? I'm just asking the question nobody else wants to ask. Hey, Barry, I'm glad you got the email. Thanks. Cool. And, oh, hey, by the way, John, I have, John Marks, send me an email, if you would, on that, okay? Because I've got a proposal I've got to work on fast. I'm going to be up tonight working on it. Patrick, hey, Patrick, Jack, I'm glad I saw you. I have an email for you, okay? Because, I'll just ask this right. You contributed, I think, overall, I think overall you've contributed, $6? Probably $6 or $8, something like that. This has been $2 increments. I have a spreadsheet I need to send you. I don't have the right email for you, so would you please email me again in the subject heading, Angel Investment. Okay? Same with you, John Marks. You guys, this is the email, all right? Oh, so here's the email. I'm going to write it right here in this space. Zenny at Zenny62.com. There, okay? There we go. Now, 831 Scott says, not a good backup situation. Patrick says, EJ Manuel could be another Jim Plunkett. That's interesting. Another Jim Plunkett. Wow. Another Jim Plunkett. Really? Let me straighten something out here, because I had this a bit. For some particular reason, this was all fine and clear, and then I leaned forward, and it got all... No, now it's fine. Okay. It took a while for it to clear up. I'm glad I got this tripod now, because now everything is stationary, and it's secure, and it's not jumbled and all that. Woohoo! Now, Ryan Huckabee says, Carr, for now, is the highest paid player in the NFL. What do I think, really? Well, Derek Carr, from day one, has been groomed for the position, and he has been given the keys to the kingdom and been placed in the throne room without actually having stormed or taken over a city. To translate, he hasn't won a playoff game, or let alone got the Raiders to the Super Bowl. And to me, that is the high watermark whereby you determine how much a quarterback is worth. But now, in the post-Tony Romo era, we had you had Russell Wilson and Tony Romo. Russell Wilson's a bad example, all right? But Tony Romo's contract seemed to set it off. And what I mean by that is he was given a $100 million contract, but he never won a playoff game. Okay? Has Tony Romo ever won a playoff game with the Cowboys? One. He won one playoff game. All right? And then he marched the Cowboys smartly to Green Bay, where they lost. Remember the famous Dez Bryant catch that wasn't? Okay? So, and I really fear that, and Barry Lee says, I don't think Carr will turn out like Romo. I hope not. Well, the onus is upon the Raiders to install an offense that is so effective that it so confounds defenses that nothing else matters. Now, there's some inkling that Todd Downing may be headed for designing that kind of offense, what with shifts and motion and looks we haven't seen from the Raiders before, which is a good thing. But my objection to the Raiders offense in total has been that it is a collection of plays in search of a theme. What does this offense do? What is it about? What is it trying to accomplish? Why? Is it more than just getting your best players in position? What kind of characteristic is it? Is it like the Raiders of old? Speed kills? You know, the Raiders... here's why I say this, okay? The Raiders, during the Stabler days, had a drill where the offensive lineman would block for the quarterback and for 10 seconds. And the coaches would have the stopwatch. And they would let the stopwatch run for 10 seconds. Which is a long time if you think about it. But when the 10 seconds were up, they would have them continue blocking. It was grueling. And that was the crucible within which the Raiders' passing game was forged. And that was in turn built off the lesson and philosophies of Sid Gillman from his days coaching the San Diego Chargers in the 60s. And his philosophies of... I can explain to you the Gillman philosophy right now. First of all, he said that his running backs would never come into his passing game. And by that, what he meant was that the running backs were not going to be the primary receivers. They were going to block. A bit different from the Raiders. He also said that the formation was as wide as the field, wide as the widest man. All right? And the objective was to stretch the defense. Those were the three primary philosophies of the Sid Gillman system. When Al Davis brought that system, because Al Davis was a Chargers assistant to the Raiders, he modified it a bit. For example, running backs did come into the passing game. They were targets. Davis was known for rollouts. He was more creative. The Raiders were the first NFL team to introduce the slot formation. Did you know that? That's right. The slot formation, you know, and I know for years, was introduced by Al Davis while he was coach of the Oakland Raiders. Innovations. So, but again, the underlying philosophy, throw deep. Remember, speed kills, 21 branch, hard-nosed running. You didn't see the Raiders run the... you saw them run a sweep, okay? Let's be honest. But the Raiders are more known for Bob Trey Wright, Mark Van Egan, the fullback, or Pete Banaszak, running from what I call Brown and the Cowboys call Brown formation. I'm a Tom Landry fan because of his engineering background than anything else. And you had Clarence Davis running from blue formation, and sometimes they would have Clarence Davis basically in a halfback position behind either tackle. Mark Van Egan is the fullback here, and they would run the sweep that way. All right? And they were known for running left behind Upshaw and Shell. Because in those days, look, a lot of teams didn't have black offensive linemen. As Gene Upshaw once said, you could have taken the number of black offensive linemen in the NFL and had a convention in a phone booth. That's how few there were, okay? They came from black colleges, and they were fast and strong, and they could open holes. The Raiders were known for giving black players like that a chance, and they employed their talents to a fairly well behind a power running attack. So I've described to you the Raiders' historic offense. That's it. So there you go. I say that to say this. All that was a lot. What is it today? I don't know. That's my point. All right. So John Marks asked, "Is this offense better than the USF Oakland Invaders offense in '85?" Yes, it is. And Corvette says they're going to have to hope on. Ryan Huckley says the way they saw a drive in Carr, they will give him the keys. The NFL needs magic, and Carr has not that magic. Is that what you think? I think he could have that magic, okay? I think he could. I think it's a matter of designing a proper scheme around him. Now, 831 Scott says, hopefully Lynch running the ball will make a difference. Great point. Defenses have to account for him, as well as Cordero Patterson, and in turn give Carr more time and also make the play action more effective. That's very true. We cannot discount the impact of Marshawn Lynch. Rick Rice says, these are the new Raiders. They are not trying to copy any team from the past. We're moving forward. Okay, I'll explain why I rolled my eyes in a second there, Rick, all right? Patrick M. Blackman says, hey, Zinni, you were right. With Carr's big contract, maybe we should have drafted Cam Robinson. Yeah, we should have drafted Cam Robinson. And that's my point. That's my question is, where are we headed? Where is this going? John Mark says, I'll say this. Invader O-line, it was switch cheese in 85. Hebert ran for his life. Yeah, didn't he, though? Now, but again, coming back to my point, Rick Rice, I don't care. It's not a matter of old. Listen to my point. It's a matter of philosophy. I have to be able to tell you as a player what my philosophy is. What am I trying to do? What am I trying to accomplish? Then I can get buy-in from you. And I say that because a lot of people in football, not just pro football, but college football, they just have playbooks which are collections of plays you've seen from other places. Okay, so what's your philosophy? Is it Bill Walsh, where you are a passing purist, where you're interested in footwork? Is your quarterback operating 5-step drops, 3 steps big, 2 steps small, based on a drive pattern across the field? And if that's the case, are you drilling them so they don't throw with a hitch step? Now, what is that? Throwing, I'm going to tell you, this is throwing without a hitch step. This is a hard thing to do, okay? This is what it is, all right? I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you a demonstration as I can. I don't have a football, okay? But my point is that throwing without a hitch step, here's a fan, is this. You go back, all right? And when you throw, you take one step, you have to throw. A hitch. This is a hitch step when I take a step back. That's a hitch, right? Here. Throwing without is this. Okay? That's hard. But that difference can translate into an incompletion for a short pass. So Walsh would have people, like, you take 1, 2, 3, bam, right? As opposed to 1, 2, 3, hitch. That's a hitch. That's called a hitch step. A lot of quarterbacks, I'm not saying I can, okay? Steve Mariucci will tell you. David Shaw, the Stanford Cardinal, will tell you. A lot of quarterbacks cannot effectively make that throw. So when I talk about what this offense is all about, is it that kind of precision passing? What is it? That's what I don't know. All right, folks, it's almost 1 o'clock. I am exhausted. I love talking football. I really do. I could talk football quite a while. John Mark says defense wins the games, offense gets you the points to win. That's right. And Rick Rice, I am not I try to be. Zinni the athlete. Rick Rice says, I think we can all agree that defense is, and John Marks, Ruben says, hey, Ruben, how are you doing? Ruben says, hey, Zinni, just tuned in. What was that quick recap about Griz? Visit Forever Oakland on Facebook and join the Forever Oakland movement. That's what our stream was all about. And I'm really encouraging people to do that, okay? 831 Scott says, Raiders defense has been the Achilles heel. They need to play better. And Patrick says, I think they're trying to be like water formless. That's interesting. I think I know what you're saying about them. More like Patriots. Because the Patriots are chameleon-like, but even then they do have a personality. And Ryan Huckabee says, but it sounds like you are no better. Brian, I cannot understand that comment you made. Evan Brown says, why is it the NFL seems to not be confident in Oakland City? That's not true. The NFL's in Oakland. So Patrick says, in fact, that's in a way not true, Ryan, at all. Patrick says, Jeff, Gene couldn't do Bruce Lee style, and everybody says have a good night. Yeah, it's 101, folks. Good night. I'll see you all later, and thank you for tuning in to Zenny62. And I will see you all later. How do I work this so that I can... Oh, I know. Good night. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.